how this goes. Like you know how this goes.
Thursday night football. Welcome to the Scott Bailey Memorial Field, where the Crestview Cougars looking to get back on track tonight after having their two-match win streak broken last week. with their return to the pitch here at home against an up-and-coming River Valley squad who can win their 7th match of the season if they come away victorious tonight. It's live and free boys high school soccer taking you into the weekend, and you can only find it right here on the OH Report. Streaming next.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire. Why not?
Hey, Grandpa!
Grandpa?
I still got it.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome into the Carothers Pest Control pregame show. My name is Brian Skowronski, going to be with you throughout the evening for this boys high school soccer matchup. Pretty intriguing one, too. An upstart Cougars program, their third year back on the scene, taking on a River Valley squad. 6 wins already for them, trying to top what they did a season ago when they had 9 wins and what's been one of their best campaigns in quite a while. So, let's tell you a little bit more about River Valley and how they've gotten to this point of the season as we begin things with our team spotlight, presented by Carothers Pest Control. And fresh off of wins over Marion Pleasant, Loudonville, and Buckeye Valley, they did just have their dub streak broken as they dropped a tough one to Johnstown Monroe a couple of nights ago. But this is a team that's been pretty consistent all year, putting up over 3.5 goals per game. They allowed just a shade over 1 goal per contest, and they were able to take care of Madison Christian earlier in the season, a team that's about at 500. Their losses, though, so far on the year against some quality competition. And the MOAC, it's not going to test you outside of a couple of teams when you look at the likes of Clear Fork and Ontario. Outside of that, the bottom feeders really are very winnable games. River Valley over the last several seasons have taken care of business in those matchups. They have been able to do that so far this season as well, which is why they're looking for victory number 7 here tonight on the road. And one of their best players, no question about it. They've got a few actually that can really score the rock. But Gabe Douce, this kid, 15 goals, that's tops in the league so far. He also is a good assist man, so he gets in on the action in the attacking third. He's been able to put away his chances when he's had the opportunities, but lending out 7 helpers as well. This kid, a great all-around performer. Look for him to be a key contributor here tonight, as he has been throughout the entire course of the campaign. On the flip side, for the home team here tonight, your Crestview Cougars, they had also a win streak going until they ran into Mansfield Christian on the road, a game that we had for you live and free last week. 4-0, they dropped that contest and really weren't very competitive in the second half of that game. We saw some heads hanging and just didn't look like what they had for the first 40 minutes of action. And you can see there the averages so far on the season, getting outscored by about 2 goals per game. They've been shut out 4 times, but this is a team, as mentioned, just coming back and starting to build a program. So by next year, when they've had that full cycle of 4 seasons where you can have kids that have committed as freshmen gone all the way through their senior year, that's when I think you can really start looking at them and where they are. But for now, still trying to get things rocking and rolling here as they've come back from having their team wiped out from a few seasons ago. But definitely there's a lot to like about this team. A lot of youth out here, plenty of freshmen, so they've got an influx too of sophomores. Most of their star players, you could say, coming from that class that graduates here 3 years from now. So there's a lot to like about what they've built already, and plenty more to come for the Crestview Cougars moving forward. And our player spotlight tonight is actually one of those diaper dandies. We've got a freshman here, and we are looking at Colten Ernandes, the freshman midfielder who he does a lot of nice things. So I appreciated, we've seen them a couple of times here live and free. He'll make some nice movement. Well, he'll come back and he'll help defend a back line that has at times really struggled surrendering goal, as he leads the team actually in goal scoring. He's dished out an assist as well. So Colten Ernandes, our Carothers Pest Control player spotlight here tonight. You might be looking at your watch and thinking to yourself, man, it's 7-11 and you guys still aren't to the action. Well, with the referee shortage that we have the entire state of Ohio for soccer, both boys and girls, we've got a crew that's coming over from another match, so pulling double duty, and we salute those in the referee ranks that are willing to do that, go from one match of a JV all the way to a different season. When they do arrive on scene, we will get the contest shorted promptly after that. But what do I feel like is going to decide tonight's game? Let's take a look at our keys to victory. And for the Vikings, you just got to cut loose, man. You've been playing really well, especially against inferior opponents. You're the favorite here tonight. Just kick back, do what you do, and things probably will go your way. But in the midfield, even though it's some youngsters for Crestview, you got to step up. You got to win those matchups. You got to give yourself an opportunity to turn some defense into offense and keep the pressure on as well once you get up into that attacking third with the ball. If you get some quality looks on net. And in the clearance game we saw against Mansfield Christian on the road, there were a few times where defensively they did their job. They stopped what looked like a quality attack, but they just weren't able to get it out of their own territory. So you got to be able to clear the ball. So got to be able to capitalize when you get some quality opportunities and looks. So another reminder that we are still just waiting on some referees to arrive here at Scott Bailey Memorial, but I didn't want to keep you guys waiting for too long here tonight before we jumped on scene and you thought that perhaps we forgot about you. So we'll watch along here with Crestview getting into their war. So definitely feel like they should be warm and ready. Looking at the season from top to bottom for River Valley, they kicked off the campaign with a win over Harding 6-0, and then after that they dropped back-to-back games against London and Fairbanks. Both teams are above 500, but they only scored 1 goal in those 2 matches combined. Then from there, Hamilton Township and Madison Christian, back-to-back wins for them before having a loss to Ontario, a 4-1 outcome in that one, and that's been a hurdle for them that they have not been able to get over. Cannot beat the Warriors, also to defeat Clear Fork since they joined the league several years ago. They still got them coming up on October the 9th. That a home game and one of 3 home games to end the season for them. So it's a favorable schedule down the stretch. When you look at the likes of Highland coming up next, though they got to go on the road for that one on Monday. Then they'll get Galleon, Clyde, Clear Fork's a tough one, and then Northside Christian School. So potentially you could see River Valley. They had 9 wins a season ago. If they get one here tonight, they'll be 2 short of that. And I think they could head into tournament time with a record in double figures within the win calling. On the other side, for the Crestview Cougars, they had wins over West Holmes and Galleon, 4-2 and then 7-3. I think a bit of a letdown after they had that 2-game win streak going into Mansfield Christian, where they just did not look sharp in the second half. I was there on the call for that game. They dropped it 4-0. So tonight, an opportunity to bounce back, play 2 full halves of soccer, and then from there, very winnable games on the schedule. You're going to get Midview on the road, and then you have Huron coming over to your place next week, and then they finish things up on the road at Clear Fork, a very difficult test for them. As you do see, the referees are here, and they are getting a standing ovation, so we are big fans of the officials and everything that they do to help bring soccer to you guys here in the Buckeye State. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we will have your contest for you here at Scott Bailey Memorial. River Valley and Crestview going toe-to-toe right after this.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire. Why, Matt?
Randy Moss.
Dan Marino?
You alright? Hey, Grandpa!
Grandpa?
I still got it.
22.
Kalia game, number 13.
Let's see.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
Marino, you mind if I take a selfie? Thank you.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Tonight's live stream brought to you folks live and free thanks to our generous sponsors, including Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. Scout Construction Services, LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout for more information, 419-989-7240. Carothers Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best at 419-314-3214. And Frito Lay. Driven and inspired by one purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Welcome back to Scott Bailey Memorial Field for this clash between the Cougars and the visiting Vikings of River Valley. I'm Brian Skowronski. I'm going to be your play-by-play, color commentator, stat tracker, video switcher, audio technician, and interviewer tonight. It's going to be a fun one all the way around. When you get to do all the jobs, you can make it yours, and I'm trying to make that for you guys here tonight. The internet has definitely been spotty here. I've disconnected from the Wi-Fi of Crestview, and I'm on my phone hotspot, so hopefully Verizon can come away with enough juice that we can keep this action for you live and free. If not, I'll re-stream it later tonight after the conclusion of this contest. Actually, I'm going to try to dial in my clock camera real quick for you guys. So just bear with me, and then we'll be underway back to action. So you see the captains out there waiting on the coin toss. And there are the Cougars, led by head coach Mike Pond. As mentioned, now in their third season since returning to the field this year. Looking for win number 3 on the season here tonight. And speaking with one of the assistant coaches, Chris McLenathan, before the match, felt like this was definitely a winnable game for them. If they could just hang tough in the early portion of the match, he feels like even though they're a young team, they're an improving team, and he thinks that they can stick around in this one. Well, as I try to adjust the clock for you guys, I'm gonna put it up here in a minute. It's just not that legible. So I will give you some verbal updates about the time throughout the match tonight. As first touch will belong to the Vikings. And we are underway here from Olivesburg. And there's Douce right away, trying to ignite a fire as he hooks up with Christian Knight, getting deep into Crestview territory almost immediately. And they've got the perimeter surrounded, so Crestview just tries to get it out of harm's way as they will clear. But, man, this is one of the highest defensive lines that I have seen. 4 players playing back in the formation right now for the Vikings, but they were all up past midfield as the offense made their cut into the attacking third. So it's going to keep a lot of pressure on the forwards tonight of Crestview to just maintain where they're at on the field. Try not to get off sides. And sometimes that can be tough with those connecting passes. And here's one for Colten Ernandes, though it rolls out of bounds here on the near sideline. Knocked out by Hernandez, who's our player spotlight tonight. Colten having a fantastic freshman season. Seems like a guy that coaching staff really feels like they can rely on. He started the year not in the starting lineup, and now he's a firm piece out there in the mix for the Cougars. Looking to switch fields, and Wisely's just letting it roll out of bounds here as Caleb Stroher now Strother sneaks it inside there for Christian Knight, but surrounded by Cougars. Excellent footwork to get out of there. Lays it off out wide to the wing. As we're just over 2 minutes gone by here in this opening half. Late start tonight due to lack of officials here in the state of Ohio, so if you out there are a soccer fan, you want to be around it, or just interested in getting involved in becoming a referee, there is a lot of opportunity for you right now. And if you go to the OHSAA website, you can find more information on how to become a licensed official here in the Buckeye State. First foul of the night goes against River Valley. So that's Ty Callahan out for the free kick off the restart. Allows the Cougars an opportunity here to switch fields, and they could get a shot attempt there. Just not a whole lot behind it. But at least flipping the field here are the Cougars. And no whistle there for either offsides or a foul. And a second opportunity looked like definitely River Valley was a step or two off there. So we'll take a look on our Sutton Bank replay. Callahan having to slide in there and make a save that he probably didn't think he would have to be a part of. And we'll get a foul here, the first against Crestview, and this is going to go against Grady Klein coming up and playing some hard-nosed defense. Off the free kick, drifting in, and an easy save that time for Callahan. That was Noah Williams there. I think he was just trying to bend it back post and allow one of his friends to try to get under it. Vikings will maintain possession of the ball here. Throwing coming up on the far side. Thrown into traffic, headed out of there by the Cougars, at least momentarily. And here's Crestview, a chance with a 3-on-3. River Valley with that high line. They're susceptible to a quick counter strike from the Cougars, and that'll definitely have to be part of the game plan if you're Coach Pond and company. See if you can't get some quick hitters back behind that defensive front. Poked away here by Knight. And he shifts it forward here for Pollock. Kept his dribble alive. And now he rips this one well over the top of the net. Defended pretty well here by Crestview. Second shot here, the opening half for River Valley. And a big goal kick here from Ty. Takes a hop near midfield, not played out of the air. And now Ryland Smith volleys it out. That was Ryan Holloway to come chase it down. Throwing goes back towards the midfield for Everett Smith. Trying to shield off a couple of Vikings. And with that pressure from Briley Beckley, it results in a throw-in again here for River Valley, coming up in front of their own bench. Please do chime in to the comment section tonight. When I'm solo on these calls, I'll get involved with the fan base a little bit more. What a weird looking play here. This looked like one of those back in middle school when your buddy would go get down the tabletop and you kind of push him over. Ends up in a River Valley foul. That's a big part of the game, though. Just always trying to sell it to the referees. Try to earn that whistle and the free kick. Give your squad a chance at some of those set pieces. As Burns turns into traffic and just a heavy convoy of Cougars inside there. Making it tough, packing in the middle, too. The spacing, not great, but it appears Crestview is going to make it tough to try to make those connecting passes through the middle of the field. Eight minutes now gone by here, with a collision and a whistle against the Cougars. Their second foul now. Knight sends it out wide here for Strother. The Vikings looking to work it around, force the Crestview defense to have to play along with them. Solid individual talent for this River Valley club. Couple of scores in double figures already this season. As Crestview gets into the attacking third for just the second time here with Tyler Holloway with the cross. And it's going to be cleared by the senior Noah Williams, at least momentarily. Cougars going to hang on to the ball. Chance to flip the field here as pressing forward those midfielders. Keeping just two back in defense with Weaver and Grady Klein hanging out right about the 50-yard line. Another look at that last sequence. See, Crestview's got the right idea, trying to make some crosses inside, but River Valley did a pretty solid job there of shutting it down. As this whistle, it's going to set up a throw-in on the far side. It's River Valley ball. And we have not seen Gabe Douce be able to really kill him, though he sends this one up for Pollock, and he will score the first goal here of the match. Hudson Pollock, the junior with the score. Excellent pass there by Gabe Douce up top. Callahan late off his break. And the Vikings have struck first here on the road. It's their third shot of the match. Comes at the 29-28 mark. So the Cougars going to have to play from behind now. As Dickerson runs into trouble, gives it away. Nice patience and execution that time on the pass from Strother. Cougars coaching staff like how they defended that last play, though. Sending in some words of encouragement. And really close on this one. Just a bit mismeasured on that pass forward there from Tyler Holloway. But you see the fast break capability. It's going to be there for Crestview if they can connect on that last one. Here comes Pollock trying to turn the corner. Sets up Knight. He's got to chase it down, though. Met out here at the boundary. And that's an easy one. Played into the box by the freshman Coben Reeser. Second look here on our Sutton Bank replay. Just skipping it right into the hands there of the keeper. And an easy save for Callahan. He's got 2 saves so far. And we're going to have a late whistle coming in. Might be for offsides against the Cougars. Or maybe on that contact that we saw back there. Referee gave some instructions and actually talking things out with both teams. This one's going to go against River Valley, so it's going to be their third foul, and it's going to set Crestview up with a nice opportunity here, as they'll get a set piece from about the football 30-yard line, and they're going to put a freshman on it. This is Nathan Kaufman. And he drives it in low. It's going to be deflected right back at him. Flicked forward now, down into the corner. And Aiden Jordan just elects to smack it out of play. So Cougars going to get a throw in. See what kind of toss Tyler Almond's got. Go down as a turnover as River Valley chases it out of their end. And they're just going to send this one deep for Knight. Give and go here with Christian back down into the corner. He's got about 3 Vikings charging backside. And this whistle is going to go against River Valley, so that'll end the threat. Solid build-up that time, though, as Douce got involved, back and forth. And then it's going to be that collision right there with Gabe knocking down the defender that ends the threat. Now Beckley dribbling through traffic, sends it forward, intercepted, had a couple of different options. Pollock, who's got the goal, along with Douce. Nice looking move there by Braden Perrigan. Got some applause from the Crestview bench, as they've got Tyler Major set to check in, the senior. And that one just cleared out of there. See Coach Pond up giving some instruction, trying to keep the intensity going out there on the field, as that was the best look Crestview's had so far. Didn't result in a shot. And they'll roll in some substitutions. A couple fresh bodies back out in the mix here for the Cougars. Estrella awaits the restart. And now Caleb lofts it into traffic. Played out of the air there by Klein. And you see Crestview, they've got some right ideas so far with these build-ups. The execution hasn't been available as of yet. Been a bit off target with some of these passes. Battle in the midfield gets deflected. Should be Crestview throwing. Going to be awarded, though, to the Vikings as they quickly get after it. Knocked out of bounds by Hernandez. This one's going to be volleyed to the middle now. Hoping Holloway can make a play. Instead, it's Jordan shooting it back up top here for Douce, who unloads one. Too strong that time. Sailed way over the top. 5th shot for RV. And a goal kick on the way here for Ty Callahan. Definitely been heavily tested so far this season. Averaging more than 10 saves per contest. Which is cool. You like knowing that your goalie can come through, but at the same time, That's a statistic that your defense and your head coach would probably just rather not have. Got a nice strong punt. Again, not played out of the air. Pretty unusual at the varsity level. Though a good ball up into space, whistled offsides here for the Cougars. And you see it on the Sutton Bank replay. That high line really putting a lot of pressure on the forwards here for Crestview just to stay disciplined and make their run at precisely the right moment. As the captain, Williams, big strong boot there played by Klein. And the Cougars finding feet, 3 connecting passes. This is where they've had their trouble on that last one, trying to go forward into the attacking third. But just trailing 1-0, all it takes is just one. If you can pop one, get a one-on-one with the keeper, can get themselves right back into the match. So that settles at the feet of Majors, and that'll roll out of play. And just nobody made a break on it that time. See Tyler Holloway, the senior, up top. Chose not to use any of the gas in the tank to chase after that one. Big ball near side opportunity for Pollock. And it's between he and Callahan, living dangerously. Check out this sequence again. So Callahan, very late break. Comes in and went feet first, kind of non-committal to it. And then eventually just has to poke it out. So River Valley off the throw-in, sends it just to the outskirts of the 18. Taken out of there by the Cougars with the clear. Majors with the turnover in the middle of the field. And now Wheeler picks it up and leaves it for the sophomore Aiden Jordan to come get involved. But we've got a substitution for the Vikings. That's Beckley back out into the mix. And instantly going to be whistled here for the 5th team foul against River Valley. Good amount of physicality out there, particularly for the Vikings when they get on the offensive end. Past the midway point now of this opening half, and here come the Vikings. Got a 2-on-3 back post look, and Knight just a fraction behind the play. Excellent job there by Pollock to win it out wide. And he sees his junior buddy charging in and just off target with that one. In front of him by about a foot or two. Majors lost it on his way trying to weave through traffic. So right back down here into the attacking third comes Knight and company. Looking to go one-on-one here against Grady Klein. And the freshman sticks with him. Callahan able to scoop that one up. And now Crestview getting on the attack here. Cougars now lob that one in the box. Is going to be headed out momentarily. Oh, nice job of splitting the gap. Here's the shot off of the keeper's gloves and just too far that time. Another look at that full buildup on the sequence. I think that's Dickerson up top there. And he sends it. I think he was just trying to go back post. Tipped there by the goalkeeper. So that'll go down as the second save for J.R. Bates. It's still 1-0 on our North Central State College scoreboard here tonight. See, we've got Michelle chiming in, cheering on River Valley here on tonight's stream. A.V. Pollock says thank you to the sponsors for helping broadcast this matchup, and go Vikings. So Cougar Nation playing at home here, getting outdone in the chat section for now. Do drop me some lines. Let me know where you're watching from tonight. Always curious how you're taking in the action here on the OH Report, because with the beauty of that World Wide Web, it truly can be anywhere. And just about every broadcast we have has at least one person watching from out of state. Sometimes we will have multiple from all over the country, sometimes even international, watching like 6 time zones away. Douce back to the restart with the throw-in. Now Horian tried to take it to the middle of the field. Chased out of his mitts. And Williams really doing some solid defending back there tonight. Can see why he represents as a captain. Winning it out of the air there too. Vikings having some problem, though, just trying to clear it out. So a chance for Crestview, but it's going to be scooped up again by JR, and just made a nice read on this one. A couple of players coming in there, including Tyler Holloway. Just getting some more looks up top here. Early on in the season, I remember him playing a bit more back in the defensive side of things. As Wheeler sets that up in a big shot. About 3 stories too tall here. 7 shots tonight for River Valley. 4 of them have been on net. The latest there from Pollock, who's got the goal. Came at the 29-28 mark. 14:20 still remaining here in this first half. And after we get to a commercial break at the halftime, I will see if I can adjust my clock camera one more time. Try to get that working for you guys. Actually, I'll turn it off and on real quick. It's doing you guys no good right now. Tend to that real fast here for you folks. And poked out of bounds. This will result. Goal kick coming up here for Crestview. Excuse me, it's a corner kick. So the Cougars are going to try on Tyler Almond to come in and help in the defense. Knocked down, but still here in harm's way. As Douce rips that one backside, and it'll roll out. All right. I'm back with you guys. We'll just have to go without the clock tonight. Cameron can't seem to focus on it. It's a little bit too bright. Sometimes you see that in life just in general. The bright ones shining out there, it's tough to get a clean read on them. So we'll just keep you updated verbally throughout the match. And pretty decent one still going here. River Valley definitely has been materializing much more offense, getting some cleaner looks here, and they've had possession for about 58% so far. But it doesn't matter if you can't cash in, as this one's going to be deflected. Crafty play that time. Looked like Douce tried to catch a little piece of it. Crestview got in the way, and this will set up the second corner kick opportunity. Knocked down, open net, and with Callahan out of there. Dodging a little bit of a bullet, as we'll check this out from Christian Knight. Lefty just drilled it in. Well played by Callahan, but it drops down in a dangerous spot. Ian Burns right there. And a chit-chat going on here, Pollock and the referee. Watch the replay again and see if we can kind of determine what it was that made the official feel like he need to have a chat there. And yeah, putting his hands on the goalkeeper can really never do that unless it's incidental, trying to get out of the way, and you see kind of some extended arms there from Hudson. As the clock rolling, under 9 minutes to go here in this opening half. Non-conference boys soccer action. Cougars returning to the field for their first time in 9 days. Haven't played since last Tuesday in a 4-0 loss over at Mansfield Christian. Been a little bit more fresh for River Valley. Just played 2 nights ago, but it was a loss at the hands of Johnstown Monroe that ended a 4-game streak for them. And that's a good-looking shot there from the sophomore Burns. Coming up in through traffic. You can tell there's quite a few dudes on this roster here for River Valley that they feel like they've got the skill set and the green light to pull up from distance. But it's a 5th save for Callahan. He's done a pretty solid job so far. Allowed the goal about 20 minutes ago in match time and has ran a clean sheet since. You hear some of the moans and groans here from the home stands as Christian Knight extending the arm. And picks up the 6th foul for River Valley here in this opening half. I've seen a lot of good, solid give and goes here on the near side. Here tonight, as they've been trying to be very direct, play a big ball, get it out into space, and see if they can't get set up for something like this, a one-timer. And that's about as good a look as you can have, and made it really easy, too, on J.R. Bates, right at him. And more conversation going on between the referees and some players. And you don't see this very often where they'll actually stop the action and talk with the athletes. But this team of Jason Cornell, Blake Hickson, they've done it twice now here pretty recently. As that one was drifting back post, and you can tell by the expression there that time by Brennan Dilly that he was expecting somebody to try to make a play on it, and hasn't been the case here in this first half. And I don't know what we have here. This is inside of the 18. I thought anything inside of the box would result in a penalty kick. Unless, just from my angle, I can't tell. Maybe it is just on the outside. Still didn't catch the penalty, but nevertheless, Braden Perikin set up right outside the ball along with Dilly. And they don't put a shot on net. They send it back, and it sails over top. Caden Dickerson with the shot. And a missed opportunity for Crestview. You got to get that thing on frame. Just their third shot here in this opening half. And with a direct kick from that close, it's so rare that you would see the player on top of the ball not go ahead and try to make a play on net. Offsides is the call there against Christian Knight. From our vantage point, looked like he made his break right about the right time. Now Callahan sends that one chasing deep into the corner as we're under 5 minutes to go. At the break, we will have the Carothers halftime. Have some stats for you guys, give you a couple opinions on what we saw for the first 40 minutes of action. Can tell you about the high school football games we'll have for you guys live and free tomorrow night, as well as some highlights. And as always, we'll have the Friday night pigskin for you guys right about 11:30 live from OH Report World Headquarters in downtown Mansfield. All the highlights and interviews that you want to see. Shot there by Douce. Handled there by a diving Ty Callahan. His sixth save. Just not a ton of sriracha on that one. Now Callahan to come comfortably off the line. Driving low punt, played out of the air by Williams. And River Valley's got it now with Knight. Pushes this one down. Gabe looking to make a one-on-one move, but it's stripped away. Nice piece of defensive work by Andrew Spohr. And now the Cougars, though, on short time. Keeping it up. Looking to switch the field. As we're now sub 3 minutes to go. And off the throw-ins tonight, River Valley is definitely gotten to, well, they might have won all of them on both sides pretty much. Tripping there against Crestview. It's going to set up River Valley here with Knight on the ball. He has been their specialist on every set piece. Lefty's got 6 teammates just outside the box. Almost found the freshman Colten Ernandes going in. But instead, here's a one-on-one coming back to the middle of the field. Here comes Crestview. And the shot from way downtown. So Trent Weaver just didn't have the patience to take it one more touch. Watch it one more time. Felt Williams obviously on his right hip, or left hip rather, and just elected to unload it. Callahan again a little bit indecisive coming out and trying to play that, as this is one, and then Douce. Big shot. Close with that attempt. Clock now rolling under a minute to go here in this opening half. Vikings have been in control of the pace, dictated a lot of the action so far. Unforced error there by Reeser. See how aggressive Crestview elects to get. Knight sets it up. And it looked like just a slip there from Pollock. Williams with a high arcing ball. And that will take us to the end of the first half. Crestview still scoreless here, and the lone goal so far for Mr. Pollock. Stick around, we will have your halftime show coming up. And get you all set for second half action here at Scott Bailey Memorial. You're watching live and free boys high school soccer exclusively on the OH Report.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire. Why, Matt?
Randy Moss.
Dan Marino? You alright?
Hey, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
I still got it.
22.
Delay game, number 13.
Let's see.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
That's the game. Mr. Marino, you mind if I take a selfie? Thank you.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Inside the halftime show presented by Carothers Pest Control. If you got a pest, call the best. There are your halftime stats. 10 shots so far for the Vikings. 7 of them have been on net, and you see the time of possession. Really, they have dominated the run of play and just overall the tempo of the match by being able to keep the ball at feet, make a lot of connecting passes. Though Crestview hanging tough when they've been able to get into the attacking third. The Cougars have locked down the old adage, the whole bend don't break thing. You could kind of, I think, put that with Crestview's defensive strategy here tonight, allowing the Vikings to make some moves, certainly along the wing to try to get into an attacking position. But once they've got there, you see some freshmen making some nice plays here tonight. Ernandes has come back and really done well, like we saw as well. So Cougars, though they struggle on offense, I think that they have put in a lot of great effort on the defensive side of things to stay right within striking distance. Still just trailing 1-0. The lone goal coming from Hudson Pollock at the 29-28 mark. And since then, we have not seen saw a couple of interesting decisions by Callahan coming out of net. Neither of them cost them. But just the indecisiveness definitely put the Cougars in a tough situation on 2 different occasions. However, they dodged the bullet, and they're still just hanging around here, down by a goal against a River Valley team that's looking for their 7th victory on the season, coming off of a campaign where they won 9 games. And head coach Joel Richards been around for a few years now with the program. Well-respected guy. Seems like he's got the kids buying in, and they certainly have the nice wealth of talent right now. 25 kids on the varsity roster, and that's solid. Plenty of numbers to get in there and try to mix up your lineup. We've seen a handful of freshmen get some action, and certainly over on the Crestview side of things, probably could call them the Freshview Cougars, as many 9th graders are getting in there tonight. Callahan certainly not one of them. This junior, a guy that they can rely on. He's got 7 saves already. Averages more than 10 per contest. They'll need him to be big in the second half, but can Crestview come up with some offensive plays necessary to try to hang around, tie things up with an equalizer, and maybe even try to go for the lead? We will find out together right after a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back. Second half action on the way from Scott Bailey Memorial.
Did it all, did it right, did it big. Yeah, buddy, we were loving it. New
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire. Why, Matt?
Ready, Moss.
Dan Marino? You're right.
Hey, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
I still got it.
22. 22.
Give me a game. Number 13.
Let's see.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
That's the game. Mr. Marino, you mind if I take a selfie? Thank you.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Instead of paying for some big name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Second half action just underway here at Scott Bailey Memorial. First touch belonged to the Cougars, but it's River Valley who was able to drive it down the field and have a clean look here early on in the second half. My name is Brian Skowronski. I'm going to be with you for the entire night here, so please do drop me some comments. I will dive into Facebook real fast and also on the YouTube and see if you guys are chit-chatting about in there. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, all of those good things, and I just might read your comments over the air. See Amanda Fowler-Conrad getting involved, cheering on number 9 for Crestview. Says go Peregrine. Need more comments, people. Keep me company here. Lobbed back post, no problem for Callahan. Rises to make that save. Number 8 for him on the evening. And the Cougars with another bad turnover in their own area. So it's going to give way to River Valley getting a throw-in deep in their territory as they trot in Pollock. We'll see if he's got a big throw and can get it into the box. He does indeed. It's going to be punched out of there. And then kind of a half-hearted shot attempt there. Second for River Valley here in half number 2. I will keep you up to date on the clock situation throughout the second half. Key match tonight, I think, certainly for both squads it's big, but for River Valley, though they haven't played that tough of a schedule, could get themselves some nice playoff points if they would pick up their 7th win, and we're just a couple of weeks away from that tournament draw. Crazy to think about. As Williams gets involved here. And just sends that back to the keeper, Callahan. Very active in the box. And a bit of a misplay there leads to a throw-in for River Valley. Slow to get up there was Caden Dickerson, who took a little bit of a licking going for that header. A lot of dribbling. And then nobody at the other end of that pass. Pollock the closest in the area. Seen a lot of punts not played out of the air tonight. And I know that soccer coaches all around the world really bothered by that. Especially at the varsity level. Want to see your kids going after the ball, winning it out of the sky. And River Valley somehow was able to sneak that through. Cougars were waiting on it. Now the Vikings to the second level of the defense, scooped up by Callahan. Punts it here near side, and see there on the replay, Pollock and company weren't able to make a charge after that ball. Cougars have not been able to sustain a possession down in enemy territory yet tonight. They flipped the field on a few different occasions, but haven't been able to keep the pressure cooker on as that throw-in hops right into the hands of the keeper J.R. Bates, who has been seldom tested tonight, had to make a couple of saves. Cougars did have two pretty quality opportunities. Just that the shot attempts weren't great. That one, probably the best they've had, and the follow, as it's still up for grabs. Laid back in, this one trailing just a little bit wide. But Crestview getting a lot of applause here from their home fans, and this easily their best buildup of the night. See a good flick to the outside. Reasonably solid shot attempt. Misplayed there by JR, and it's the hustle for Crestview in that box that kept the opportunity alive. Quickly, though, the Vikings are able to turn the tide. Cross right into the middle, Douce. Solid execution there from Knight. Able to find Gabe right in the middle of the field. And we've seen that be a problem for both sides in terms of just the shot attempts, not being able to get much juice. As the Cougars setting up with a corner kick, one of the few set pieces that they've had here tonight. They did have that free kick just outside of the 18. See how they elect to play this one. Got 5 bodies littered outside of the 18, one with the keeper. And they'll get a shot out of it. Just not a ton of pressure that time from Dickerson in the offense. See, it's a pretty well-struck ball, tailing back post. I think that play was intended to go front post, though, at least as you look at where the players are all situated. But it does lead to the first shot attempt for Crestview here in the second half, and it's on net. Second, actually. I think we can consider what we saw earlier with the build-up from Crestview go down as a shot attempt? Definitely. So 2 shots, both on frame. Looks like a bit more confident Cougar bunch here in the second half as well. coming up and pressuring the ball. So he'll get it here to Paragon, makes a move through the middle, draws a double team, lost a cleat. And I think that big ball chased out of there by Dickerson, I think just intended to try to help his teammate get a shoe back. So we're back into action with the goal kick. And a great opportunity here for Trent Weaver. Able to settle it down at his feet. And that one floating away from him. But Crestview almost generating about as much offense here in the opening 10 minutes as we saw through 40 in the first half. So right now they've got the time of possession actually hanging in their favor. And another deep run. But you certainly see what the Cougars are trying to accomplish offensively. They've been getting close to hitting the home run ball. This might be one here to Douce. Left foot, and it's through the uprights. A little frustrated there. We've seen Gabe this season put away 14 goals. Wow, what a pass, too. I didn't notice how crispy that was in real time from Christian Knight. And with the left foot, you see it just get away. 4 shots now for River Valley in this second half. Only one of them, though, has been in between the pipes. Holloway able to snake around the defender. Couldn't keep the ball in the field of play as we've still got 29 minutes to go here in half number 2. First match for the Cougars in about a week and a half. River Valley coming off a loss on Tuesday night, looking to get back onto the healthy side of the wing column. Back post. Put together another solid look. This time it was Christian Knight who got the shot attempt. He had a nice pass earlier. And nobody able to mark him on the backside. And he is a left-footed player, so that was a strong foot. Land of many missed opportunities here tonight at Scott Bailey. And not quite the acceleration to try to keep that in the field of play. So a goal kick coming up here for the Cougars. On this boys soccer Thursday night showcase. Taking you into the weekend, and it'll be a fun one on the OH Report tomorrow night. Have 3 live and free football games for you. I will be, I think, at arguably the best one up in Cary, Ohio. The Blue Devils will be taking on Colonel Crawford and the 5-0 Eagles. That matchup has determined the winner of the Northern 10 Conference each of the last 3 seasons, and in all likelihood will again this year. So that's the second foul against Crestview in this second half. Brings Williams up. And that's what he's looking at. Goes back post. Callahan came out to try to punch it out of there. Up for grabs. Knight allowed it to kind of settle down there, and no further shots. So again, we talk about just not taking advantage of what's given to you by the defense. River Valley wasn't able to execute much on that last one, though the ball was available in the box for quite a while. Some other football games for you guys tomorrow, live and free. Fredericktown will be at the Castle taking on Northmore. It's homecoming for them. And I'll actually be DJing at the Northmore homecoming dance on Saturday night. First time being a DJ for one of their events, so definitely looking forward to that. Here's another look on our Sutton Bank replay. Just at the throw-in. Sneaking away from the Cougars. Viking throw-in on the way here, as they'll get a sub into the game as Hudson Pollock looks on, awaiting. Just drops it down into the corner. Crestview was ready for it. But it actually never got into the field of play, according to the referee right there. That's a senior Beckley up top there for River Valley. Now they'll try to play to the middle, turnover. Taken by the Cougars. Lob it down into the middle of the field, just trying to play that big direct ball. But Williams has been phenomenal tonight. Love what we've seen from Noah Williams. Covered a lot of space. Getting end to end. As Paragon heads that down towards the middle, now lobs to the outside. This one sent, racing on. Would have been Majors. See, Crestview's able to get some bodies up top here. And just that last pass for Majors came in a hair too late. As at the other end of the field, off of the punt, we have got a whistle. And a third foul against Crestview. So, big spot here for the Vikings. And Williams thought about playing it quickly, as the Cougars have a wall set up, but it's way back. And he just launches that one. Take a second look here. Only man in the frame was Pollock, chasing there by that back post. Crestview with wins in 2 of their last 3 after starting the season at 0-5. And they've scored 11 goals over those last 3 matches as well. In danger, though, of being shut out for the 5th time here tonight. But we've still got plenty of time. 22 minutes and change remaining on the clock. River Valley trying to keep it in bounds. Taken away, though, by Crestview on the far side. And it will result in an RV throw-in. Big quick movement that time. Through the middle by Douce. And we've got a whistle on this collision right here. It looked like initially they made the call against Crestview, and the replay certainly shows that this should be Majors called for the foul. But they have awarded Crestview with the free kick. And the referees are going to stop play. I think we're going to get a yellow card for the coaching staff of River Valley. Just wanted a little bit more than an explanation of why that call was made the way it was. And he will indeed receive a yellow. So our first card of the night goes against the Vikings. Run the replay one more time. Nice sportsmanship. I mean, probably should have been a foul there against Tyler Majors, but immediately helping up the opponent off of the turf. So it's the Cougars with the free kick, and they've got a bunch of kids up here in the box. That was Majors, had a couple touches on it, wasn't able to uncork one off the right foot. And so River Valley able to clear, get it out of harm's way. Though Pollock slingshots that one out of bounds here right in front of the Crestview bench. Sneaks under the foot of Dickerson. Cougars have another opportunity at it here with the throw-in. As we'll get substitutions on both sides. Ryan Holloway checking in right now for Crestview. He spells out Colten Ernandes, one of the many freshmen getting a lot of playing time here for the Cougars. So this is a team definitely, I think, keep an eye on them. You know, probably about 2 years down the road, should be very competitive. Getting a ton of minutes here. Varsity experience. A lot of youth here. A couple sophomores starting as well. Nice physical action going down right now. Body's kind of getting dumped left and right here on the playing surface. But mostly just incidental in the heat of the moment kind of contact, so we play on. I don't think we can on that one. So that whistle will go against the Cougars and sets up a free kick opportunity. See if Williams comes in and handles this one for River Valley. He's done most of them tonight. He will. And the senior Noah Williams has it headed out of there. Cougars fail to clear it so far. And Christian Knight earns a corner kick opportunity. Just staying with it down here in the corner. And knocks it off the opponent. And here they come with the corner kick. Just does go by the front of the net. No shot opportunity as it missed everybody. And that was a quick one too. Now this one hops in the box, knocked down. River Valley now settles it, maintain possession for half second for the turnover. And here comes Braden Paragon with it out of the pack. That one just a bit behind Dickerson. He's got the throw in now. Flicked forward by one of the captains. That's Trent Weaver. And I think Majors again is going to get whistled. See the senior Tyler Majors coming in. Some contact there after the kick. 8 total fouls now against Crestview. 5 of those have come, though, here in the second half. They were relatively clean in the first 40 minutes of action. Nine total shot attempts here in half number 2. 6 of them have belonged to the Vikings. Crestview's been able to put the ball in some dangerous situations, though. Mostly looking for Weaver, who gets whistled for grabbing the arm here of the defender. And I think we've got yet another whistle here. Freshman Colten Ernandes took a tumble. So quickly off the restart, River Valley moving the ball down into attacking territory. And the Cougar is now down, though, face down. And I think just selling it more than anything. Geared up the replay a little too late. See if I can backtrack this thing and see exactly what happened. Yeah, you see Dickerson comes in and just takes a big smack at it. And after he took a tumble, just making sure that he got the whistle, I think. So, definitely not a serious injury or anything. But boy, have the fouls just really piled up here the last couple of minutes. Got 10 total in this second half. How we doing out there? Mallory Seymour watching from North Carolina tonight. Cheering on Mr. Beckley. Throwing out some love to number 14. And that's all we've got recent here on the Facebook side of things. See over on YouTube. Let me update our chat. Cece says, looking good out there. Crestview watching from Amherst, Ohio. Thanks for tuning in tonight, Cece. And we've still got 14 and a half minutes remaining here in regulation. Of course, there is no overtime, actually, in the regular season. So just 14 and a half minutes, period, left in this match. Which is, it's interesting that they don't elect to go to overtime during the regular season. They'll just have the tie on the schedule. Probably for the best. See quite a few soccer matches end in draws. It's already late enough for these kids out here on a school night. So if they had to lace them up for extra sessions, potentially into some PK action, I think OHSA does make the right move there. Just during the regular season, go to the draw. But it does make penalty kicks when you get into the playoffs. I mean, it's almost like a mysterious thing that they haven't done it all year. But they still practice it. Off the punt, that's knocked out of bounds here on the near side by the Cougars. So here comes the sophomore Aiden Jordan back in bounds. And I think both sides have really done an egregious job on the throw-ins. And just in terms of the turnovers, haven't seen many solid completed throw-ins tonight. See if Crestview can complete one here. It's Andrew Spohr who just checked in. Andrew's got some nice long limbs out there and just whips that one. But see what I mean? The first touch has been made by the defensive team just about every time. Chance to chase down on it for Knight. Just got beat to the punch, though. As River Valley getting a fresh body in as well. Ian Burns, who's played a solid match, will be checking out. And the Vikings taking their time, getting this one lined up with Hudson Pollock. Throws it down into the box. Bodies stacking on top of each other, but maintaining. Cougars, though, eventually able to chase it out of there. And that was one of my keys to victory for them tonight, just the clearance game. Might get a dangerous play whistle here. I think that's going to be the case. Rewound it back just a little bit here. You see Williams. He's going to get a nice high kick, and it's into the chest. So it's going to give Crestview rather. They've got the free kick coming up here, and they're going to stop play and might issue a yellow card here to Pollock for not giving the full allotted amount of yards. And it will be the second yellow card that we have here tonight for River Valley, so Hudson's going to have to go take his seat. As Perrigan awaiting here to get this set piece underway. 6 Cougars all lined up at the football 15-yard line, ready to make a charge. 3 defenders back now for Crestview, waiting at midfield.
Whoever just made that comment, you can exit the facility. I will not let the game go on. I am the athletic director, so the one that said dummy, own up to it, and you can leave. We will not start the game as a referee has asked you to leave the facility. Leave the facility immediately.
Just waiting for a fan to exit the bleachers here. Had a referee ask somebody to take a hike. I don't see anybody moving, though. And now we do have a fan grabbing her belongings and heading for the exit. Well, actually, she just moved down. So I'm not sure if these referees, I mean, if they really want the person to leave, I think they got to go kind of point at the person that they want to go. Clock is stopped with 11:16 showing. And we are back to action. Quickly off the restart. Back post, not a lot of juice behind it. And an offsides call? Yeah, I think that's right. See it there on the Sutton Bank replay. Really rare, though, that you get an offsides on one of those set pieces. But we've seen quite a few times tonight River Valley has played that high line and made it tough here on Crestview to have to sit, wait, and react. But they're going to get basically the same spot opposite hash mark now. Another opportunity. Here's Braden. Much better ball this time. Flicked over to the near side. Double team down in the corner comes on Holloway. But the Cougars maintain possession here with Spoor. Quick throw in. Takes a hop in the box and into the hands of J.R. Bates. So Bates has not been asked to do much tonight, but when his number has been called, we've seen J.R. definitely come through here for his Vikings on the road. Down under 10 minutes to go now, folks. Still just a 1-goal advantage here for River Valley. Cougars would love to find an equalizer. And I believe, yeah, we did get a foul on that play, so this is going to be a set piece again here for the Cougars. And all of a sudden, they've had a ton of these opportunities. And they're going to put the freshman on it again. Paragon, this time it's a line driver. Williams catches a piece of it. And their throw-in specialist has been the sophomore Andrew Spohr. And he's got a nice throw. He was able to get it to the keeper last time. This time headed down, and it's going to be cleared. A 1-on-3 here. Langdon Willer was able to get a couple of nice foot on the ball. But it ends up back at the feet of Callahan, who just rockets it. But check this out. Wheeler, the first touch actually was the best that we didn't have there, and just trying to make something happen. Solid individual effort and a wise play there by Crestview just to knock it back to their keeper, who's got a big, strong right leg, and he just knocks it out of the field of play. So any goal, either way, of course, monumental right now. River Valley can pretty much ice this thing if they can find a solid shot attempt. And for Crestview, what a lift it could be if they can get something going here over these last 8.5 minutes and come away with a draw. Definitely don't want to get shut out for the 5th time on the year. And not with the looks that they've had tonight. Though still just sitting at 3 shot attempts here in the second half. They have not had one in more than 13 minutes of game action. But you got to rewind, I mean, a full 60 minutes of gameplay to our last score. The only score from Hudson Pollock, the 29-28 mark, back in half number 1. Corner kick, number 2 in this second half, coming up for River Valley. It's Gabe Douce. And he's going to play it in near post, knocked out by Callahan, who took a tumble down to his knees. And then the second attempt just wide. Oof. Almost an own goal there. Now Callahan comes away with it again. Quickly just rifles it out on the ground. Big sky ball. Sells out for a goal kick. 5:35 to go here. River Valley looking for a 5th win in their last 6 matches. Great position to do so if they can just sit back and defend. They're starting to control the ball a little bit better too here. Solid build-up Last connecting pass intercepted by the Cougars. Here they come with Dickerson. Way too much that time. Yeah, you see he's a good probably 7-8 yards beyond where that ball needed to drop. River Valley a little bit more content now to sit back here defensively. Williams again just puts it out of bounds. So Andrew Spoor throwing it down into the box. Crestview starting to get some bodies forward. All the midfielders kind of up hanging around inside of the 20-yard line. And that one leads to the back post. Thought you might get a little bit better looking shot attempt there from Holloway. Now down to 3.5 minutes to go. River Valley almost snaked that one through on the backside for Christian. Freshman with a good-looking ball up top. Here comes Weaver. Holloway, rather. Crestview might have an opportunity for maybe a couple more shot attempts. It's Weaver and Williams. Big collision right there. Both going at about top-end speed. Spoor whips it in there. It's going to be headed to the keeper. And that was Williams. Put it in the hands of JR. Nice move in the middle of the field by Paragon, trying to give his boys a chance. Weaver on the dead sprint, just a little bit behind it. Williams been so active tonight. There he is again, Williams. Spoor with the first touch, but then taken away. So River Valley probably just looking to drain some clock here as we're 80 seconds remaining here in the half. Weaver on the dead sprint into the keeper. And the junior J.R. Bates in no hurry here, as that one comes off the side of his foot. So the Cougars, they got a chance with 1 minute remaining here. Got to start sending some bodies forward, and they try. Knocked out of bounds by Nathan Kaufman. Big ball through the middle from Dickerson. Here's Weaver. Got a chance. Oh, my. Cougars got to sprint up and try to make something happen here. 24 ticks remaining. Spoor with the throw-in. Weaver off of his noggin. Or actually, it's going to be a corner kick. Down to 10 seconds. Spoor. Still settling in the box and then wiped out of there. River Valley is going to just survive here on the road as we are at full time and the Vikings come away with a 1-0 victory. But, man, what a chance for Crestview here down the stretch. We'll show you this play one more time. Dickerson sends it up there for Weaver. Almost had a big shot attempt. Stick around for the Carothers Pest Control post-game show. I'll have some final stats and then also an interview with our most valuable player of the evening. That coming up on the other side. Drop me some comments, too, and let me know who you think is worthy. This is a tough pick here tonight about who the most standout player of the game was. That coming up after a short commercial break.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire. Why, Matt?
Guess who's back?
Randy Moss.
Dan Marino? You alright?
Hey, Grandpa!
Grandpa?
I still got it.
22.
Can we a game? Number 13.
Let's see.
Hey. I need that senior discount.
That's the game. Mr. Marino, you mind if I take a selfie? Thank you.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Now with our player of the game presented by Scout Construction LLC, and we got the senior defender Noah Williams hanging out with me now. And brother, pitching a shutout on the road, pretty cool stuff. What did it take to keep a goose egg up there tonight against this Crestview squad?
Definitely a lot of teamwork with my outside backs and center back. Shout out to all of them. But yeah, shout outs, they come from the defenders, the defensive mids, and the goalie. So it's always a good one to get one. But yeah.
Yeah, total team effort for you guys tonight, and 5 wins in your last 6. What has kind of propelled this team that's had you playing some pretty solid soccer here at the midway point of the season?
We're definitely a very motivated group. Every time we touch the ball, we try to get better. We do have a lot of fun together, but we try to get as much hard work as possible, and then it pays off when we get our wins.
So getting wins on the road and in shutout fashion, how nice are these for you as the middle defender where a lot is asked out of you? It seemed like you were making plays all over the field. I guess just how much pride do you take in the shutout in particular?
I take a lot of pride in the shutouts. Going into the season, I said I wanted 10 out of 18 games.
Okay. So you're almost getting there, man. I think. How many of you guys got so far?
I don't really keep track. I guess I'll look after the season.
Fair enough, buddy. So moving forward for you guys in the MOAC, it seems like you're kind of slotted in about that third spot within the league. What do you think it's going to take for you guys to kind of get over the hump and become one of those squads that you're competing for the championship or that number 2 spot here in the future?
I think we're almost there. We fell to it was a tough loss against Ontario, but we held them 1-1 till halftime, so I'm proud of that. They're always a tough team to play. And then it'll take getting up to Clear Forks level. They're always one we look up to.
Well, congratulations on getting a win here on the road tonight. Is there any shout-outs that you would like to give to anybody who helped put you in this position?
I'm going to say thank you to my mom. She's always been here for me for everything. And then today's actually my father's birthday, so happy birthday to him.
Hey, shout out Mom and Dad. Always solid selections anytime. Noah Williams, your Scout Construction LLC player of the game. Thanks so much for the time, man.
Thank you.
Things are looking up for me, that's what my terror
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire. Why, Matt?
Randy Moss.
Dan Marino? You alright? Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa? I still got it. 22.
Can win a game, number 13.
Let's see.
Hey. I need that senior discount.
That's the game. Mr. Marino, you mind if I take a selfie? Thank you.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
King of Cups, he comes up right. Always, all days, all nights.
It's the Carothers Pest Control post game, and here at Scott Bailey Memorial, it's a 1-0 victory for River Valley over Crestview, and you see the statistics there put up by the Vikings with their 17 shots, 8 of those, 7 coming in the second half. Crestview, on the other hand, they put on 4 shots in each half tonight, 2 on frame in each half, and they had more opportunities in the second half than they did the first. So I may have not even wrote that one more. They may have had more like 5 shots on net here in the second half, but it definitely felt like they were getting some solid builds and just weren't able to capitalize with even like a good-looking shot attempt. So for them, a little bit of growing pains still with such a young roster. I mean, my goodness, look at all the freshmen and sophomores that are getting playing time out there for Crestview. And not just that, dudes that they have to rely on with a short senior class, just 3 of them out here on the team, and a pretty solid collection of juniors as well. But against a River Valley team that's playing sharp, that you heard from their senior defensive leader that they're trying to get shutouts out here. They're not just trying to win, they're trying to put goose eggs up there for their opponents. They were able to do that on the road here tonight, though things did get a little bit chippy at times, no question. A couple of cards over on the other side, both of course for River Valley, and they had 14 fouls in this game, 9 for Crestview. So things got a little bit physical in the second half, but for the most part, good, solid, clean soccer, and it was a fun match to watch down the stretch as the Cougars were able to put some pressure on, but just were not able to get over the hump and come up with that equalizer that I know they so desperately wanted. They were playing some really quality soccer for quite a while. I mean, we saw them in the middle of the season come up with back-to-back wins, and then the drop-off against Mansfield Christian. And so tonight they were looking to get back into the winning column and just was not meant to be for the Cougars, who fall to 2-7 on the season, while River Valley picks up their 7th win of the year. That will wrap up our coverage here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field. I mean, I just changed the graphic just now, and it's still so the Travis Party was out here calling the game. He definitely was not. It was myself, and Zazzuto was on our camera tonight. And a big thank you to Adam Thompson for helping me all the sets up all the cool facts here for the good. Also, couldn't bring you live free action without our generous sponsors, Sutton Bank. We had Scout Construction LLC on the game tonight, Frito Lay, Carothers Pest Control, and North Central State College. Special thank you to the athletic department for allowing us to be out here live